Hello, family. Welcome to BabsWTV, where we talk about real life, real struggle, what's going on today's world. If you feel like life is getting more expensive, work is getting harder, things are not the same anymore, you're not alone. On this channel, we break down living crisis costs, job struggle market, money problem that people are facing, and no filter, no sugarcoating, just a real conversation about what people are feeling right now. So if you feel like something you care about, make sure you subscribe right now because we're just getting started. Check out this clip.
Why didn't you stay and work overtime yesterday like everybody else?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm glad you asked. I've got that right here on my paycheck. Here in the fine print, it says it would be an ill-advised move to stay overtime at work as you already do the work of multiple people. As soon as your shift ends, you need to abruptly clock out and leave the building as quick as possible, ignoring all people, especially your boss.
That's not how it works. If I need you to work overtime, then I need you to work overtime.
Thank you for the insight. But again, here on my paycheck, it says here in the fine print, if your boss hassles you about not doing overtime, kindly inform him that there is nothing that was signed stating that overtime is mandatory. So tell your boss you appreciate his candor and you would appreciate it if he would stop hassling you about it.
I don't like your attitude. Maybe we should start looking at replacing you.
Got that here too. In the fine print again, it says, in the event your boss threatens your job, kindly let him know that you would love it if he would fire you. In fact, you're begging for it. But you know it won't happen because he needs you at work more than you need him. So advise him to gently take the stick out of his cram hole. Whoa, this is getting good. Uh, and stop bothering you. It's right here.
Don't work harder than you need to. Don't work at that job and work harder than you need to. It's not quiet quitting. It's called knowing what you're getting paid for. When I was 17, I was working as a junior accountant at a medical supply company. And my job was to balance and order POs and set up, purchase orders and shipping labels, all that shit, right? That was my job. But here's the thing. Most of it was just Excel work, graph work, putting in numbers input in data management, right? I could do that shit in an hour. I'm a savant when I'm at the computer. You put me at the computer, I'm writing novels. I'm getting shit done. But my 60-year-old boss thought that it would be harder than that. It would take hours. So I would many times a week be like, "Oh yeah, this will take like 4 or 5 hours. I'll be back. I'm gonna be back at my office, and then I'll get it to you in the next 4 to 5 hours." I'd finish that shit in 30 minutes. 30 minutes. But here's the thing, is they would pay somebody else to do that for 8 hours. So why would I work harder when I know I'm not going to get paid more? Why would I do that? So I'd sit there after the 30 minutes of me doing it and I'd play Hearthstone on my phone. And nobody would know what I'm doing because I have it like right here and I look like I'm click-clacking away. So don't do that. Don't work harder than you need to.
The worst mistake you can make is thinking you're untouchable. Life can humble anyone. Sickness, death, unemployment, the tables can turn within a snap of a finger. So please always be grateful and thankful and never think you're bigger than the program.
Bro, seeing what your check was supposed to be before they take them taxes out hurt the heart. Like, real shit. You don't even get paid for the hours that you genuinely work. Like, if your ass worked 40 hours, we really getting paid for like 25, 30 hours after all the motherfucking taxes that they pay out, bro. So, like, you gotta work overtime, you feel me, just to break even because you don't even get what the fuck you genuinely owed. So, like, you put in 40 hours of work and you getting traded in like 30 hours because all the fucking taxes is going to the bitch ass government. And, like, your ass, you feel me, ain't even guaranteed to get even half of that back when it's income tax season. It be like, bro, that shit will irritate the fuck out you, gang, because ain't no motherfucking way that you feel me. It takes away the excitement from you even getting paid because your check's supposed to be 2,000 or 2,500, but your ass taking home 15, 14, maybe even 1,300 every week or every fucking 2 weeks, making less than 2, 3,000 a month. That should be fucked up to really think about because, like, I'm working all these fucking hours. Like, I know I punched in 40 hours a week, 80 hours 2 weeks, but why my check, you feel me, damn near 2,000 short when both of them checks combined? Because motherfuckers can't even take home the real work that they putting in. So you really clocking in more hours and they trading you in less time than what the fuck you really working at that establishment, gang. That shit fucked up to really think about.
You know what's crazy? The way this world is set up right now. People working harder than ever and still can't get ahead. You got folks showing up every day, giving their all. And these jobs still paying pennies like we living in 1995. Everything going up, but the paycheck stay the same. Groceries high, rent high, gas high. And don't even get me started on the stress level. Everybody talking about work-life balance. But how are you supposed to balance life when life keep costing more and more? And it's not the money. It's the system, the morals, the values, the leadership. Everything feel upside down. We're in a time where doing the right thing don't even get rewarded no more. But being fake and greedy gets you ahead. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of seeing people bust their backs for companies that don't even care if they make it home. Something gotta give because this world is running off tired people who somehow got faith that things will change.
All right, can we talk about something that just doesn't make sense anymore? Canadians are working more than ever and somehow falling further behind every year. And I was thinking about this the other day driving home from work, tired like a lot of us are. And it hit me that it's not that people aren't trying anymore, it's that trying harder isn't actually changing anything. And that's a scary place to be because the average Canadian isn't just working one job anymore. People are picking up side work, overtime, anything they can do just to keep up, but the numbers don't lie. Food prices in Canada have almost doubled since 2020. Rent in many areas has jumped, 20% in the last year alone, and nearly half of Canadians say they're about $200 away from not being able to cover their bills. So think about that for a second. You can be working full time, doing everything right, even adding extra income on the side, and you're still one unexpected expense away from falling behind. And if you feel stuck right now, if you feel like no matter how hard you push, nothing really changes, that's not a personal failure. That's what's happening when the system changes, but the strategy doesn't, because we were taught to work harder to get ahead, but now working harder just keeps you in place. And that's why more and more everyday people are starting to learn how to build income outside of their 9 to 5, not to get rich overnight, but just to finally stop falling behind. And if you want to understand how that actually works, I put together a free mini course that walks through the exact first steps, and it's in my bio.
In our society, there's a lot of controversy over why should I work so hard for my job. The fact of the matter is that less than 5% really succeed. That's less than 5% of the population really succeed at life. Of 100 people working today, only one will be wealthy when they retire. 4 will be financially independent. 15 will have some savings. 80% will be broke and dependent upon charities and pensions. Only 1 or 2% of people in each generation really makes it in life. And in every single study, those people who make it are those who work hard, hard, hard. And if you think that it's hard to be successful, try being a failure. Try coming to the end of the trail with no money, dependent upon pensions, and you don't know what hard is until you try living like that. But if you work hard, the average self-made millionaire in America works 12 to 13 hours a day, works about 60 to 65 hours a week. I'll tell you this with regard to hard work, that in our society, you only work 8 hours a day for survival. Everything over 8 hours is for success. And if you're only working 8 hours a day, you're in trouble. If you're only working 8 hours a day, you better have a rich uncle, or you better have somebody else who's going to take care of you, because 8 hours a day only gets you survival in our society. Because it's so competitive that somebody else is working 9, they've got an edge on you. Somebody else is working 10, they've got a bigger edge on you. Every hour over 8 that you invest is an investment in your future, is an investment in your success.
You know, it's time to stop believing that your job is your life. Not just your life, but your whole life. You know, there's more to life than working from 9 till 5. Look, what you do at work's not a matter of life or death. No one's going to die if you were to miss a Teams meeting. You aren't doing brain surgery tomorrow morning. You're going to be writing a few emails, making a few calls. So whatever you do, don't miss your lunch break, because no one will thank you, and you'll end up being the mug who gets all the work piled up on their desk. You'll become the "don't worry, Fred will do it" person. Make sure you book your holiday at a time that you want, and not to fit in with others so that you get no choice. It's bad enough that the boss dictates when you can go away, but it doesn't have to be like that. You know, most of us were working at jobs that were never meant to be our entire lives. It's all emails, Teams meetings, Zoom calls, missed lunches. What ends up happening is your 9 to 5 job has become what you base your entire life around. The dreams you've had and thought about forever and a day, the long haul holidays you promised yourself, the business you were going to start when you were in control of your life. You promised you'd begin them later, but later never comes. So, you know that idea you had a few weeks ago that could be a business? Why not see if you can do something with it in your spare time? I know you think everyone you come across will see through you as a total novice in business. They won't, because most ideas today use the internet, so no one will ever know how small or large you are. There are many people who can give your idea wings with website design that looks like a hugely big, impressive organization. Don't not do it, whatever you do. Don't push it to the back of your mind and then forget about it, only to find someone else has done exactly what you wanted to do once upon a time. Sadly, when that happens, your 9 to 5 job will have stolen your whole life. Don't let it happen. Nice to talk to you.